Well, as I said during the intro, this is our second conversation. I'm sure you completely remember.
I
But
do.
one of the things I mentioned in our previous episode, fucking previous conversation, which was of the great Eyes Up Here podcast,
Yes.
I mentioned the name Raven, and I
Hmm.
noticed that it got a bit of a reaction from you.
Because I
So,
know where you were going.
hmm.
I knew where you were going to go with the story because you're not the first person who has said that about him. So I kind of knew what you were going to say before you said it.
But I kind of thought or wondered, was there any sort of like hate slash fallout there between you and Raven, or sort of drama you could tell me about?
Why did he mention some?
No, I haven't spoke to him in years because
Oh,
what I do for fun is I troll his show,
uh-huh.
and I'll ask him like a deliberately. Well, I'm not I'm not said word for word, but it's quite vulgar. I'll basically I'll write in under the contents of like I like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and that got me thinking. Have you ever got a woman home and done this to her? I
Oh,
also like the Back to the Future trilogy, but that got me wondering though. Is there some sort of a like a story, or that you could tell me about Raven?
I mean, for the most part, I always got along with Scotty. Um, there might have been times where we like lost touch with each other. Like right now I don't really talk to him unless I see him like at a convention, and it's usually like, hi, how are you? I wouldn't say that we're enemies or anything like that. We were close at one point. I will tell you, he's very intelligent and he's very funny. He's very witty. Maybe you have to get to know him to figure that out. Like you have to hang out with him day after day. Because you got to remember, at one point we were on the road 4 or 5 days a week. And that became my second family. So you really get to know people. So he does have a really funny sense of humor.
Uh, it's just I
Maybe,
listened. I listened to his podcast, or should I say,
uh-huh.
listened, and I would have to disagree with that statement.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a doctor coming in and telling you all your new medical problems, and it's like funnier than Raven.
Wow. Okay. See, I've never heard his podcast, so I don't know. But I mean, back in the day, he would shoot out one-liners that were pretty funny. But I don't know.
I heard he did more than one line at the after parties.
See, I cannot say I've ever seen him do that in person, so I don't know.